Welcome back. It's been a busy week business-wise. To put it all in perspective for us, of course, is Nick Bontis from the DeGroote School of Business. Nick, good to see you here once again. Earlier this week, the markets were kind of rattled because the S&P made a bit of an error when it came to France's credit rating. That sent the TSX down, and then all of a sudden, oops, we made a mistake. What's going on there?
Yeah, oops. And it's the wrong time for mistakes like this because everybody's watching and scrutinizing the market so carefully. So what happened? For 90 minutes, France's beautiful, immaculate AAA rating got downgraded. Why is that important? Because when the AAA rating gets downgraded, the government actually borrows money at a higher interest rate. So for those 90 minutes, they were paying a higher rate, which is not what you want because France and Germany are the actual countries paying off the debt that is actually being pushed up by Greece and Italy. So it was a big, big boo-boo. Wrong time to have a boo-boo like that, Nick.
No kidding. Speaking of Greece and Italy, of course, they have new leadership tonight, and that seems to have stabilized and at least given some encouragement to the markets. Is that going to be enough with the new leaders, the more austere people, apparently?
Yeah, so the big difference between Greece and Italy, of course, well, Greece has moved now from Yorgos Papandreou to Lucas Papadimos, and then, of course, we have Berlusconi, and he's changing, but it's the size that's the difference. Don't forget, Greece has a population of 11 million. Italy has a population of 60 million. It's 6 times bigger. The problem is 6 times bigger. When you look at the percentage of debt per GDP, Greece's was 145%. In other words, for every dollar was produced in profit in Greece, $1.45 in debt. Whereas Italy's is a little bit lower, but here's the problem. When you add up all the numbers, are going to be a round number, Nick, $2.3 trillion in debt in Italy. Even that number sounds crazy, but if you were to count up all the debt for every single Italian that lives in Italy, that would equal $43,000 in debt for every Italian. And don't forget, that's above and beyond personal debt, lines of credit, credit card, mortgage.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
I can hear somebody crying that out tonight. Yeah.
Pizza versus souvlaki,
no
man.
Kidding.
A bigger problem.
Okay, so last week, Nick, when you were here, you were talking about Tim Hortons and their new upscale lattes, cappuccinos, etc. Now we're hearing they're planning on redecorating some of their restaurants, a little fancier interiors, more comfortable couches, Wi-Fi, etc. The last time I was in Tim Hortons, there was a sign saying you can't be here more than 20 minutes. So they're sort of changing their policy here.
It doesn't make sense. This is not strategic. This is not the consistency for why you go to Tim's. Let's give you a fact here first, Nick. 8 out of every 10 coffees in Canada that are bought at Tim Hortons. So they clearly dominate the market share. They want to squeeze out those final 2 somehow. They think they're going to do it by increasing and improving the coziness of the interior. I don't think it's going to fly because you know what? People go to Timmy's because the drive-thru is so quick. The biggest problem that people are having with Tim Hortons right now is that they have such high market share and such crowded stores that you have to wait in line. People are upset that they have to go wait in line in the morning at a drive-thru for more than 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. And you know what's happening? Country-style donuts and McDonald's is actually taking market share away in the morning because people don't want to wait in line. So I don't know if this strategy is going to work.
Yeah, they're kind of Starbucksing themselves once again, it seems. So we'll see how that works out, of course. It's early days. You got a good news story for Friday, in that Cineplex profits are up 28% in the last quarter. I didn't think people were going to the movies anymore. Clearly, I was wrong.
Me neither.
Not the first time.
Well, I haven't been to the movies in such a long period of time, but this is a positive Good Friday news story. 28% profit increase. When was the last time we heard a Canadian corporation announce that? The reason is 3D movies. So if you haven't been to the movies in a while, 3D movies, specifically Harry Potter and Transformers is what drove profits. And here's the news about what's coming out in 2012 in 3D. Titanic and a re-release of Finding Nemo. So we know that re-releases in 3D are making good money, and they will continue to do so for Cineplex.
I guess they will. All right, some smart moves there. Thanks a lot, Nick Bontis from the DeGroote School of Business. Appreciate it. See you back here next week.
Thank you.